Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And today we're going down a trip of tribute, I guess. I was about to say nostalgia, but not really. So as you may have noticed by now, I am a big fan of The Professor. And who isn't? Who could not be a fan of The Professor? Like, you not only learn about magic and trading cards and accessories, but you also learn English because he's an English major, in case you haven't caught that yet. So one of the biggest things ever, like this, and this is like a personal story time, people. So basically, I played Magic for the longest time. So if you have been in the channel for a long time, you kind of know my TCG life story so far. Like I'm kind of a I'm a nerd, geek, whatever you want to call it. I have things that I love, like, I love anime, and I like Dragon Ball, Full Metal Alchemist, Evangelion, also stuff for new people, like young people too, right? Like, I don't know, like JoJo. JoJo technically is for old people too, because JoJo is old as hell. But like JoJo, I don't know, Dan, I guess, like, I kind of watch pretty much everything, Japanese, but also like American, if you want to call it like that, American. Like, I'm into comics, not the movies though, because I'm a purist. Yay! Like I'm into comics, like X-Men, Spider-Man, Spearman, Batman. All those things are part of who I am. Like, I just love that shit. Like, I could talk about that sort of shit for hours. And video games too, right? But this is not a video game channel, although it may be if you want, but like it's not a video game channel, right? So TCGs are funny because me being a kid that played Pokemon, because everyone played Pokemon back in the day, and watched anime like Dragon Ball and all that. Yes, both Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, people. There is more than Dragon Ball Z. There is Dragon Ball 2, okay? So watching all that, and Sailor Moon and Rurouni Kenshin, all that stuff, YuGiOh was a thing too, right? So on one side, I was into Pokemon, and Pokemon had the TCG, which I played, and I was like, I prefer the game, which is kind of the consensus. And on the other side, it was YuGiOh. And I am not alone with the whole thing about YuGiOh just flipping our lives and be like, yo, man, trading cards are so cool, and the series being full of ass pulls and all that, like the giant soldier of stone destroy the moon, sure, bro, that sort of thing. And so my first TCG officially is Yugi, right? And Pokemon to a degree, and Magic was always for the grown-ups. Then I played a little bit of Magic, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But then life happens, and I think that all of us have like this section of life that you stop doing something that you love for X, Y, or Z, and then you come back to it, be it for nostalgia or just because you're getting old, or just because you're like, man, I miss this, and you go back to it, right? Even the Prof himself has said that, he was a lot into Magic, then he stopped being into Magic, and he sold his dual lands and all that, and top 5 best economic, financial decisions, but it happens to everyone. And then he went back to it. And with Magic, it was the same. I was into trading cards and Magic and all that. And then I stopped being. And then I went back. And then I stopped being again. And the Professor pulled me twice. Like, he pulled me in 2017, more or less. And he pulled me in 2022, I think. And because of these timings, and what life was and so on, like I appreciate the Professor's content, and I can appreciate him as a person because I don't know him, but certainly he looks like a good guy, and a very like a decent man. I know they're saying like he looks like a decent man. Sounds like like the most like backhanded compliment, like he looks like a decent man, but I mean he looks like a very right. I don't know the expression I'm looking for. He looks like a good guy type of person, right? It's like, and I said that we will have a bunch of conversations about a bunch of shit. But ironically, even though I like the Prof, I'm not like a blue. I'm not like a perfect blue stalker type of guy. Like, oh, the Prof, and I have posters about the Prof. But like, I like the Prof. However, I missed the Kickstarter that the prof did 300%. I don't know how it happened because I watched his videos. So I guess that for a while I wasn't watching his videos or anything really because it was a time in my life for sure. And when I realized, I was like, oh man, and it already went by. And I was like, fuck. And, sorry for the curse word, but I was like, man, I couldn't, the one time I could actually and had a professor thing because we live far away from each other. So it's not like I can run into him in conventions or anything. So I was like, man, F in the chat. But with patience and saliva and money, you can get anything you want, I guess. And I'm very happy to say that Gamegenic was like, yo, we are just going to release this as a, product. So if people want it, they can buy it. And then I was like, yes, that means I can buy it because I was late to that party. So I am happy to say I bought it. I bought the Academic. The Academic 133 XL in blue and pink, the Tolarian edition, right? So Tolarian edition because it has the Tolarian logo and all that. And Gamegenic has this thing with the prof where they have, in some products, they have the Tolarian community college logo and they have the review in here and all that. And that's very good. And yes, the prof is all concerned that it's like, oh, my integrity is being compromised. Prof, it's a good box. They do good stuff. Come on. They have this whole interview with the Gamegenic CEO or founder or whatever. So, there is a color that I can't get because it's exclusive to the Kickstarter and the coins and all that. But I was like, man, this is great. So I was like, it sure is great, man. It sure is great. Sure it is. It sure is great. And I bought all three of them. Yep. Love you, prof. But then I was like, wait, they have a stealth edition. Whatever it is. So it's from the incredibly successful crowdfunding campaign. So the stealth edition is basically a way of saying it doesn't have the Tolarian Community College logo on it. So it's not the Tolarian edition. But it's funny because it's like Tolarian Community College, and yet the review is here, the same review from the prof. So it's the same thing. The stealth edition, which is funny because the Academic it was made together with the prof. So it's funny because it's like the stealth edition is basically the same. It just doesn't have the Tolarian Community College logo anywhere. So it says stealth edition, Tolarian edition. That's the thing. And they have another stealth edition, but in purple, which is great because I love purple. And they have a bigger one, which is the Academic 266 XL, which you can see clearly what it cost me. Purple and black. And I don't think there is another one. I bought everything they had in the store. So notice me, senpai. I bought everything. Now, to be honest, I just like the product from the start. So regardless of me simping for the prof here, it's just that I just like it, right? I just like the product. That's kind of the whole thing. So we're not going to open them all unless you're really... I can, but they just change the color, people. That's kind of how it goes. We're going to open the default one, which is black and purple, and we're going to talk about it. I have been using one of these as my, not daily driver, because I have feelings regarding the Academic, and not bad feelings, mind you. It's just, I can't use it as a daily driver because I guess the wording is I am too careful with it. I know that the prof made it so it's throw it and do stuff in your backpack and so on. But I just look at it and go I don't want to. So pick me up. Your next adventure begins. Something fell off. Gamegenic.com. The packaging experience is great. I'm opening the Mortals edition, not the Kickstarter one, sadly. What does it say here? Well, it says that it's from the Kickstarter campaign, Gamegenic, Tolarian Community College, great, the video. Premium multifunctional deck box perfect for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and many standard-sized games. Ideal for Flesh and Blood. I love it that they have this thing with Flesh and Blood. So they always go ideal for Flesh and Blood. It's well, if it is for Magic, it works for Flesh and Blood too, but whatever. And the way this is phrased, it almost looks like a professor video, like perfect for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and many standard-sized games. Like it just looks like a phrase from the prof. So 133 plus double sleeve cards in extra thick inner sleeves. So I guess those are the Dragon Shield ones, because those things are unbearable. Plus accessories, extra slot for sleeved organized cards, boosters, life counters, top loaders, slide card case, or cube pockets 15 plus. Removable acrylic compartment divider that can be easily moved to another slot, offering seamless space for deck boxes. Top section for additional accessories, cards, token, dice, life counter, blah, blah, blah. 2 removable drawers. Drawers can hold 40 plus double sleeve cards or 52 single sleeve cards, ideal for Flesh and Blood Blitz decks. Just so you know. And let me just cover Azusa because the autofocus goes crazy with her. Convertible system, the removable cover clips onto the bottom, powerful magnets, and premium materials, Nexofiber Plus. So these 3 things are kind of filler to a degree because this is useful and this is too, but a lot of things, which is, you know, a good contrast to what normally we receive. And then you have the whole thing. Now, this video is not going to be very useful, right? Besides me just gushing about how much I love the prof and all that, because if you want to see this, you kind of have the prof video, and he does way better videos than me. So, like, you just go watch that one and see the man saying like, "Oh, we came up with this thing, we came up with that thing, and you know, and this and this and that," and explaining that, man, this thing smells crazy. It smells like a, it smells like olives. It's kind of weird, but. So, Tolarian Community College logo, right there, to show with pride, and then Gamegenic, kind of a sucky stitch there. It's a shame. Normally the quality control from Gamegenic is you know, is good. I mean, they are the upcoming pretender, right? Like, this is new. This is brand new. You saw me opening it. There's a couple of defects here and there, which. It is what it is. So the cover, being purple inside, is lovely with the logo there in silver. And then you just go like this. It goes click, click. So it's great for the shake test, the infamous shake test. And then you have a thank you note that is also a token. This is great. I love when Gamegenic does this because it's like, I already bought it from you, so I guess thank you for the thank you, but this makes the cardboard useful. So thank you for doing tokens, because they actually look kind of sick. They're like silica, which, you know, do not eat, but it's very useful. And the whole thing, right? So if you remove this, the whole thing is, this one doesn't open, right? If you are thinking about opening it, that's the other one. This one opens here. You have the drawers here, which is great, right? Drawer. And then it's like this, right? Yeah, there you go, like this. Like this. There you go. Like, great looking. Tolarian dragon, like, they're like great. Like, I can only imagine the pride, the moment that this was for the prof, just seeing like his logo everywhere in a deck box, knowing that, you know, a good chunk of his fame is because he's the decimator of deck boxes, like the reviewer of accessories, you know, the whole thing, and an inspiration for us all. You need to peel off the thing on both sides, because, you know, otherwise. And this is an optional divider, and this is what I love about this box, right? Like, this box is very flexible in all shapes or forms, and this whole thing for you to put your fingers on so you can pick on stuff, like, this is the stuff of dreams, and this is why he says it's the deck box of his dreams. Like, it's full of stuff that, you know, like, you pick a commander deck, which is what most people are gonna put in anyway, and you can just go like this, which is the perfect size, and there you go, right? And then you can put tokens or something in here. See, like, it's everywhere. You can put more tokens here. You can put stuff in here, or dice, or blitz decks if you're playing Flesh and Blood. And, like, you can just put stuff everywhere. It's very, very useful. But if you really want, and it's crazy because normally when doing reviews of stuff like this, again, double sleeved cards, and these are like thick double sleeve because this is Dragon Shield inners and outers. So this is the thick boy for real. Now, this thing just fits whatever you want to throw at it. Like, just remove these. You can put a deck box inside of a deck box for no apparent reason besides the fact that you can, right? And just put stuff on the side. And that's great because they just did the exact measurements for you to just put stuff and in a way that you can just pick stuff easily, right? That's the way it's meant to be played, man. That's NVIDIA right there. Like, this is great. This is very flexible. This is I don't know how easy it is to get your hands into one of these nowadays, but and the interesting thing is how each person uses this, because the idea is for you to throw this into your backpack, and it's made to take some hits. It's not Senna skin, is their whatever skin. What is it called? Nexo fiber, so kind of skin, right? But they. The whole drama about Gamegenic and Ultimate Guard. So, but it's one of those materials that is like scratch resistant. However, it already has like some marks right off the box. So like see, this one here is like crazy. But this is engraved. See, this is 3D right here. The dragon is freaking great. And it's the same for all colors, right? Green, black, a favorite of mine. Now for the stealth one, which the ironic thing with the stealth one is that it's either black, purple on purple, or black on black. So I don't know. For the sake of doing some variety, let's open this one, the purple one, for the stealth one. Again, opening it brand new. Oops! Even opening the box itself. I'm so good at unboxings. You could even tell the channel is all about that. Unboxing is my passion. It's like graphic design. Man, I hate when I have to do. Oh, there you go. Pick me up. Your adventure begins. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I'm sure that someone at Gamegenic tried to do that, and they were like, maybe that has copyright, bro. See the purple one. I wanted to open the purple one because this purple is just there, man. It's a shame that I can't have the purple one with the logo. So basically the stealth edition is, again, a little bit of a thing with stitches, but I can cut this, so not bad. This doesn't smell that much like olives, which is interesting. Another spirit, which is a shame. We got the same token twice. Yeah, this one doesn't smell like olives. Interesting. Maybe it's because of the black paint or something. So same thing, same logic, just different colors. And the main difference, besides the colors, if you go for a stealth edition, is that it has the Gamegenic logo instead of the Tolarian Community College. So I don't know what the agreement is, but I'm guessing that in these ones they don't have to pay royalties to the prof because they are not using the logo. Or maybe it was some sort of partnership or something. The good thing is that I kind of like the Gamegenic logo, so this doesn't bother me. I prefer the prof logo though. But yeah, and there's something different, right, about like having the prof logo in there or not. Even if you are not like the craziest prof fanboy, it just hits different, right? It's like a victory of the common man kind of thing, seeing the prof logo everywhere. Because the prof is like, is a dude, he's a guy, you know what I mean? Like, and yes, by now he's a guy with money, but like, or some money. It's not like he's rich, but he's a guy that made it, and he's the guy that companies are afraid of. So he's like a very weird Marxist icon. like he's the guy that, like, and he did it once. With what it was that he did it? He did a deck. His decks that he does, like the Tolarian Community College, like pre-cons, and I think it was when it was like with Troll, King of Trolls or whatever it's called, the card from Fire Eggshell will be one, the Silent Troll or the Last of the Trolls or something like that. he did a deck about that, and suddenly the price of certain cards spiked up, right? Because everyone wanted to buy the cards because the prof said that this is a good deck, and why not? So the prof has an immense power, which I'm certain that he knows, right? And I mean, he's a nerd of some things. Not that this is gonna rip, and I don't want to rip the box, even though the box is kind of discardable. Like, it's not an ugly box or anything, but it's not as pretty. I hate it when the packaging is so well done that I have to. Damn, bro. I need to go full surgeon on this, maybe. Let's see. There you go. See? The trick of the day, boys. I just don't like doing it because it's kind of risque. But same logic, same thing, just way oversized. And therefore the price is also more expensive, but And also Tolarian Community College themed. So, because this is the Academic 266 XL. Again, as I said, this is not much of a review. Because, like, if you want to see the thing being tested against, like, you can put 300 deck boxes, or you can put 500 cards, or whatever. Like, the prof did the video, right? Like, there's a reason why there are not many unboxings of this, because, like, if you want to see the thing, the prof already did the thing when he was trying to sell the thing for Kickstarter. So not much for us to do there. This is more of a daily driver type of thing. So I will need to review this after a while, after using it for a while. But I'm afraid that my review is not going to be anything crazy. See, like, the difference in size right there? Crazy. My review is not going to be anything crazy because I am not, if I appreciate a box, even if it's one like this that is supposed to be in your backpack and all that, I am not the type of person to carry a box that I like a lot around, which I know it sounds stupid because then it's like, why do you have it then? Just because since I appreciate it, I don't want to, like, destroy it. You know what I mean? So it will just spend most of the time with me, right? And it's like, right? So mine is not going to get too wasted, right? It's like, that's because it won't, right? This is the same, right? It's actually easier to pull the decks from the middle one because I guess there is I retract that statement. I retract the statement in full. Okay, there you go. Same logic, right? But here there is an extra slot for decks and cards. And does this one smell like olives too? Kind of. So I think it's something to do with the black paint. Now, logic is the same. You can fit 266 double sleeve cards in extra thick inner sleeves, and it's ideal for Flesh and Blood. And you see that they put, like, a bunch of cards here. So commander decks, like the blitz decks or the tokens or whatever, the dice on the tray, then deck boxes. You can put anything in here, really. Like, the thing is very well made from that perspective. You can just fit anything and it will just fit. Obviously, it's made to fit better with Gamegenic stuff. For example, this Flip and Tray, I think, is the name of this one from Gamegenic. Two of my beloved decks are here. The stitches in this one are kind of whatever, but they are taking some punishment. In the black one, you can tell more, like, the usage, but they're taking some punishment now, obviously. And thankfully, they made this compatible with any deck box, and that's the beauty about it being modular, right? It just works. It's funny that I opened 3 and all 3 of them gave me a spirit. It's like, come on, give me something else. What is this? It's like the quality control past sticker or something. Keep fresh. Protect you and your product. What the hell is this? Okay. It's like a anti-humidity sticker or something, but because I have silica, I don't know what is this. Okay. So, obviously, well, not like this. Say, like, goes like this. So they did it in a way that it's not like obviously for this, but you can fit this in there. and then you can fit some stuff on the side if you want. And to me, that's the best approach that Gamegenic can do for this type of thing. Is like Gamegenic is a newcomer. They have some good rep with stuff like this, right? Like people just love this, love the magnets, love the thing, right? Love the designs. And not making their stuff like a closed ecosystem like Apple is cool, because then it's like, oh, okay, I need to rebuy everything. This works with a boulder too, right? Like if I have a boulder, which is the whole thing, and I guess that even if they didn't, I guess that the prof will be like, because, otherwise it will be just douchebaggy for them to be like, nah, this just works with Gamegenic stuff. And to be honest, they will lose some sales, right? Because the people will just be like, nah, I'm not going to rebuy my entire stock, right? To just like, this fits like this and dances a little bit, but you can put some cards in there, dances like this. Now I know what you're thinking. Who the hell stores a deck box inside of a deck box? Like, isn't that, redundant? It's like, yeah, to a degree, actually it is. But a lot of people do that. So, it's like, it is what it is. And the ideal thing will be to just put it like this. This is 100, so this is a commander deck, 100 double sleeve, very thick. You have some space in there, right? So it is what it is. By putting this, you have less. So wait, the academic by itself is 133 plus, and the academic plus XL, which is interesting that this one is the academic plus XL, and this is like the academic plus XL too. It's just the size that changes. It's like weird. This should be the academic, and this should be the academic XL. But whatever, I digress. So the thing is that you can fit more than commander here. You can put your tokens or anything. Like, this is a very good, flexible deck box. And since everything is velvety on the inside, you can just do whatever you want, and it just it feels good. Now it has some quality problems, like very minor quality problems, right? If you allow me to bitch about something for a second, which is, you can tell that some areas are not as finished as others. Like we opened 3, right? And the 3 that we open all have some stitches or something that are not like perfectly refined. But again, this is a mass production product, so this thing kind of goes away, right? The marks. So I'm not worried about that. This is just like a markings. But some of these, you need to grab a scissor and very carefully just cut it, because it's not crazy bad. Like, it's just things that happen because it's stitches and all that. You need to be careful where you cut. But overall, like, for me to have these, the problem with me is that I'm not going to carry these ones in my backpack too much. It's like, this is going to be like in my house type of thing, like one on top of the other or something. And, and just being very proud of that. But if, the material is pretty much the same as these, and these ones, like the gray ones, just get dirtier. But this looks like I've been in the desert playing, but it's just like normal wear, and some marks from the magnets themselves, from the flexibility, see, from this. So this one doesn't have the double hinge thing, it just has a one hinge, so I'm expecting like some lines in here, but not much. Maybe we'll do another video down the road to see how this is holding. Like the glue or slash stitches are holding okay. There's a little bit of debris here and there. I think you can just remove that or just go with a wash or something. But yeah, like, it's not perfect, right? But it's there. The price tag is somewhere there. Now for me, and this is where the game comes, friends. For me, the XL, so the Super XL, the 266 Plus, is maybe too big. So this one is maybe too big. The colors are personal preferences, right? I missed the exclusive color for Kickstarter. F in the chat. But the Prof, if you're watching this, please send me one. I will pay you. I know you have stock in your house. I know you have like 50 copies of the deck box in your garage, just because you want like copies, so you have deck box for all your eternity. Like black and purple, lovely. Tolarian logo, amazing. Love the whole thing, love the message, love the, So, but to me, this is like a in my house type of thing, and I need to cut this. This is like triggering me so hard, but I need to cut this carefully. But this is like in my house type of thing. You can even have it in vertically like this. It looks like a wine bottle, a very expensive wine bottle. Actually, it's cheaper than an expensive wine bottle, but it looks like a very, so I just love it. But it feels like something that will be in my house forever, like with the Commander decks and some other stuff. And this will be like my game center, like, oh, you want to play some Commander? You want to play some Flesh and Blood? Mm-hmm, okay. And then you just open it, and maybe I will put some electronics. And when I open it, like a Christmas card, when you open it, it plays some music. And mine will play like, and maybe I will let it go and go like many Magic the Gathering players and do the whole thing, right? But so to me, this is like a more like game station type of thing for your house because it's too big. It can fit in a backpack, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this you can fit in a backpack. But to me, it's also like a mini game station type of thing. But yeah, this can fit in a backpack like easily. Have your deck in here or multiple decks and then have some tokens and stuff. These subsequent drawers, if I had to put, if I had to bitch for something, Commander is the thing that everyone plays, right? So it is what it is. Sucks to be that way, but it is. So you can have your Commander deck, some extra space that you can put your tokens in vertical, which, is actually not that bad of an idea. But like if you put your Commander deck like this, which is, the idea, you can, because you have the thing here for your fingers, because if you put it like this, you're in for a world of horribleness because, yeah. So just put your deck like this, right? It goes. It passes the shake test. Believe me, the prof did it. If the prof thing doesn't pass the shake test, what world would this be? But you need something here, and this is the one thing that I'm like, yeah, because Commander is the most played format by far, right? So it really feels like they should have like the plastic thing should be like here, right? Because yeah. So yes, I know what you're thinking. Like, well, put it horizontally, but is not gonna help that much. Like there is a lot of dancing space in there, right? So you can put a part like this and then some cards, or you can just go like this, because the problem is the size. Like if you go like this, is more interesting because you can have your deck like this and some other thing in here. If you look at the box, what's in the box? The box goes. Have some cards and then a divider. Like they put a Gamegenic divider, which are the ones that inflate to just hold the thing in there. So yeah, and they use it again here and not here, but actually they use it twice in the picture. So yes, you need a Gamegenic divider, which doesn't come with the box. I think it came with the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter had some like dividers. It's a shame that I lost. I missed that one. Sucks to be me. But with the dividers, this thing is like a full product, right? So you will need the dividers. I'm sad to say. But otherwise, it just looks like an interesting thing where you can put a lot of things, but you will have your cards dancing a little bit. So dividers are the thing. Again, in the Kickstarter, we had dividers. I missed that one, so whatever. I'm not triggered or anything. Overall, it looks, very solid. Now, the thing is, yes, you can have your Commander deck in here. Again, let's talk about Magic, right? The professor is a Magic YouTuber. He tried Flesh and Blood. God knows he tried, but it doesn't get as much traction as Magic the Gathering. So, and the Flesh and Blood guys really try. Like there's even a professor card in Flesh and Blood. We need the unboxing for that. There's a video, like in the corner or like down below or whatever. So this for Blitz decks is great, but for Magic, it's like you put your tokens in here and then you put your side deck in here twice, I guess, or you divide a Commander deck in two, maybe, right? So it's not the best thing for Commander, which is what everyone plays, but you can get your way around it, right? So very flexible. Again, I feel that if you miss the divider, sucks to be you, but overall it's a very solid product, a very beautiful box, and a celebration of Magic the Gathering's #1 YouTuber and a great inspiration as a content creator and as a player/person. So please, prof, please don't make me delete this video by you having like a dark history of like liking children or something, please. Then you have the stealth edition if you don't like the prof. And the colors available are cool. Like you have black with black or you have purple. The purple one slaps hard, which is what makes me sad that I can get the professor one in purple. But it is what it is. And then you have the other colors, which are actually kind of sick too, but I didn't open them because I hate myself, right? So that's the review. I give it an A-, following the professor style. Mostly because it's missing the divider. The divider is in the box everywhere, and that realization didn't come to me until I thought about it. I was like, man, the Kickstarter came with dividers, so that's what's missing. So I need to buy some Gamegenic dividers, I guess. So we'll play the Gamegenic. I need to buy more stuff, but A-, just because of the dividers. Otherwise, it will be A, or even A+. But I need to be firm like the prof, and that's it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all those cool things that the cool kids do. And as usual, I will see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Oh man, I love the prof.